I've taken the setting circles off the RA and deck axis, and also the vernier off the RA axis as well. And you can see something quite interesting here. So this is the air axis of the RA, and this is the declination axis here. I think this black finish is original, and I think this is an original bare aluminium finish as well. So different styles setting circles. As I said in one of the previous videos, this is characteristic of Nihon Seiko. They quite often mixed and matched stuff, especially for their larger, lower volume products, because they just simply didn't have the stuff available on time to deliver. This the deck axis has got some overspray on it, I think from a previous restoration by one of the previous owners. I'm going to actually make both of them, I think, white on black. So what I'll do is I'll remove all the black paint overspray here with some paint stripper. So it looks just like that Rust-Oleum satin black, so it should come up quite easily. Then after I've done that, I'm going to renew the whiting, the engravings on both of these. So with the vernier, there's not much of it left. I'll probably use a white engraver's wax for that, and I'll do the whiting before I do the overspray. So I'll take these back, I think, back to town rather than doing up here, because I'm going to need to get a torch onto this, and it's not something that's going to be too onerous. I've been cleaning off the black overspray on this setting circle, and something struck me as I was doing this. I was cleaning the back paint out of the scribe marks, and underneath the back paint there's actually white paint. So I think what happened here was that originally this setting circle was black on white, in the same way as the RA setting circle was, and one of the previous owners decided to clean it back to give it this naked aluminium finish, and then overfilled the white highlighting with black paint to provide a bit of contrast there. I'm actually going to go with the white on black finish for two reasons. I think it stands out a little bit more, but secondly, the verniers are all white on black as well, and I'm pretty sure this is the original finish. So I'm going to carry on cleaning this up now, and getting all the paint out of the scribe marks. I think it might take me quite a few toothpicks and quite a bit of time. I've let the paint stripper sit for a while on top of the figures. I'm just going to gently tease out the black paint, and you can see the white paint underneath it. So that's one end of this toothpick used up already, and you can see that the white paint underneath, it might actually be wax as well, because it feels quite soft. It doesn't feel flaky at all. I say that it does look like it's coming off. Yeah, that's coming off as well. So this is going to take a while, I think. There's plenty of cleaning to do on this. I'll get it done though. This is the vernier from the RA axis, and I'm going to show you the technique I finally sorted out for doing the whiting, or re-emphasizing the engraving on here. I tried a whole bunch of different things, and nothing really worked for me. I tried engraving wax, I tried white paint, I tried all sorts of stuff. And finally what I discovered was that one of the best finishes you can get is just with some acrylic and a damp finger. So I got the acrylic in a syringe here. I'm just going to put it onto the engraving. So I just use the syringe, so I don't use more paint. And then I get a damp finger, not moist, but just dampened, and push the paint into the engraving and just wipe it at the same time. Okay, I've got another damp finger here. Do the same thing again. Nope, that was not quite what I had in mind. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a go over with a slightly dampened cloth now. Just to get the excess off. Let's give it a little bit more of a mop off. And the key to doing this is just to go quite lightly over the engraving. You don't want to press too hard, otherwise you'll remove the paint you've deposited. Okay, so it's kind of there. So we'll leave a few little bits of paint left. It's unavoidable to get rid of all of it, but that's okay because we're going to polish it off later on. So I've done several coats on these setting circles already, and they've come up really nicely. I've also gone over them with a little bit of automotive polish. I use a white polishing compound just to remove the last little bits of paint which weren't taken off by the mopping with a little bit of J-Cloth. So as I said, I tried lots and lots of different things, and this was what was the most effective approach in the end. And so probably 2 or 3 coats. I let it dry on the setting circles for a couple of weeks before I polished the excess off. And I think I'll probably clear coat them before I reinstall them. So this is Rust-Oleum based black paint, white acrylic, and I'll clear coat again in a Rust-Oleum clear afterwards. I have the 2 setting circles and the vernier back up at the cabin now. I didn't clear coat them in the end. I figured that the polishing compound that I'd used would contaminate the surface, and that they would really need a mop with a bit of a clean up with some terps or something like that for the clear coat to make a good adhesion with the base paint. And I figured if I was going to do that, it would probably lift the acrylic as well. So instead, what I've done is I've given them a coat with a wax, paste wax, and buffed it up. The finish is really nice. They're glossy. The contrast is very good on the figures compared to the way they were, and it's nice bright white instead of that really horrible dark sort of grey, and just didn't look very nice at all. Additionally, we have the declination axis is now white on black in fitting with everything else. So I'm pretty pleased with the way that's gone. I have the declination vernier that I need to coat as well, but I'll do that actually with it on the mount. I won't take it off because the paint is in good condition on that. So I think we can call that job done on the sky as well.